Hi friends, in today's video we'll talk about Venus and your deepest desires. Okay, your desires pertaining to relationship, love, romance, and your relationship with your partner. So how we can decode that from Venus's placement, Venus in a certain zodiac sign. Venus through all 12 signs, from Aries to Pisces, in your horoscope, birth chart, Lagna chart or D1. Also look at the zodiac sign in which Venus is placed in your D60 chart, Shashtyamsha. The D60 chart is a chart which is very deeply connected to your soul, even to your past life. So Venus's position in a certain zodiac sign in the D60 can show your innermost desires, your deepest desires. And also the reality of your relationship or equation with your partner. So before I move into the discussion, let's have a look at a sample chart. So you need to look at the zodiac sign in which Venus is placed in your horoscope or Lagna chart. Also look at Venus's position in the D60 chart. You can have access to Venus's position in your D60 from, if you're using phone or mobile, you can use the AstroSage app, or you can use any software on the PC in order to have access to your D60 chart. It is a divisional chart which has been given to us by the great astrologer, one of the founders of astrology, Maharishi Parashar. So this D60 was given to us by him, and this chart says a lot about your innermost, deepest desires in relationship, and also the kind of relationship that you are going to have with your partner. So somehow you're carrying something with yourself, some baggage from your past life itself, and that is why in this life also somehow some fructification is going to be felt, because you're carrying it from your past life. So it can throw light on the innermost realities of your relationship with your partner as well. Nevertheless, you should look at Venus's position in your Lagna chart first. That is also very important. Let us have a look at the sample charts. Okay friends, so this is a sample chart. This is the chart of a native who's a Cancer ascendant. You can see here. Alright, so this is the Lagna chart or D1. So in this chart you have to first look at the position of Venus. Venus is in which zodiac sign? So you can see that in this chart Venus is in Libra. So Venus is posited in the sign of Libra in the Lagna chart. So this is the placement of Venus in the sign of Libra. Similarly, you should look at the D60 chart also. This is the D60 chart. In this D60 chart also, find out the position of Venus. So in this chart, you can see that Venus is situated in a certain sign, in the sign of Virgo. So Venus is, almost debilitated. You can see Venus is debilitated in the sign of Virgo in the D60 chart. So that means in the native's Lagna chart, it is in the sign of Libra, Venus in the sign of Libra. Okay, Venus in Libra is generally considered to be a good placement. However, it depends on other aspects also. Okay, but generally it is considered to be a good placement. And in the D60 chart, we see that Venus is getting debilitated in the sign of Virgo. So this particular native actually, so the truth of the relationship with her partner is that she might encounter problems. That is at the deepest level, at the core level, there are certain differences between the two people, okay, between her and her partner. This is the chart of a female native. So Venus is getting debilitated in Virgo. So a lot of efforts she needs to make in the relationship. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for the relationship to work. So that is how you should look at Venus's position in Lagna chart, and also you should look at the D60. In Lagna chart will show you how the relationship will appear to be, how it will be also to a great extent. There will be give and take between the native and her partner. Libra is a sign of give and take. But in reality, at the deepest level, what sort of relationship she will have with her partner, that will be shown by Venus's placement in a zodiac sign in the D60 chart. However, in her chart, at least Moon and Jupiter, they are also somehow connected to Venus. Okay, so Jupiter is a benefic. In Bhrigunandinari Jyotish, Jupiter's second aspect is also considered to be powerful. But then again, Mars and Ketu are aspecting Venus, which is not considered to be auspicious. Rahu is also there, so that can also aggravate problems in the situation, unless her partner is from a foreign culture or foreign land. So that's how we need to interpret, friends. So now let's move on to our discussion. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, share, and press the all notification bell. Okay friends, what we can say, if Venus is in Aries in your Lagna chart or horoscope, or in D60 if it is in Aries, what we can say. Now if it is in Lagna chart, definitely you will get these results throughout your life, in this life. And if it is in your D60, it will show the innermost realities of your relationship with your partner, and also your deepest desires in relationship. So even if it is in D1 or Lagna chart also, it can show the pattern of your relationship with your partner in this life. So if it is in Aries, what will happen? Aries is a sign, which it is a fiery sign, and it is movable fire, so it is very restless. Aries is an energy which is restless, reckless, impulsive. Okay? Aries believes in action. It is also connected to passion. It's ruled by Mars, so look at Mars's position in your horoscope, in the respective chart. Look at Mars's position. So definitely, if Mars is well placed, it can show that you're going to have a very passionate relationship with your partner. Very passionate. And also, it is very important to keep that spark of passion alive in the relationship. So both of you can consider traveling to different places so that, the relationship remains always lively and passionate. That's important. So you need to approach your relationship with, a lot of desire, passion, even creativity. Aries is part of the Dharma trine. So when Venus is in Aries, then this relationship will work when you are loyal to your partner and your partner is also faithful to you. Then this relationship is going to work. What about your deepest desires in relationship? So definitely you have a deep rooted desire to connect passionately with your partner. At times you might be impulsive in relationship, in making decisions pertaining to relationship. So you might connect with someone impulsively, and then you may eventually realize that that person is not the one, and then you may move on to someone else. Because Venus in Aries can also show changes in relationship. Okay, so shift, changes in relationship, because Aries is a sign which is movable fire. It shows impulsiveness, restlessness. So in order to keep your relationship successful, in order to make it successful, it's very important to be passionate about each other, to travel to different places with each other, okay, to approach the relationship with creativity, with a sense of originality, to do new things with your partner, okay, to initiate new things, okay, and that will keep the relationship, that will make the relationship successful, and it will keep the relationship alive. And you have to think of new things that you can do with your partner. So you have to take the initiative, initiate those new things, maybe thinking of traveling to places, doing various activities together. What newness you can bring to your relationship, that is important. So when you do that, then the relationship will remain beautiful and it can be successful. Otherwise, the relationship, if it becomes boring, if there is nothing new in it, like if you are not approaching the relationship from new angles, new perspectives, if you're not exploring things together, then this relationship may become dull, and then you may move on to some other person. That may happen. Then there could be a change in your relationship, and there could be instability in your love life or marital life. Instability can be there. But if you're always ready to make efforts, to take the initiative, to try new things with your partner, to go to new places with your partner, then this relationship will remain beautiful and successful. So all these things we can say. You also at times, you have this desire to connect with your partner, with passion, with a lot of passion, and passion, energy, vitality. So, and you expect your partner also to connect with you in the same manner. Okay, so that element of passion is very important in the relationship. If Venus is in Aries, in horoscope, in D1 or D60. So if it is in D60, you will feel whatever I have told just now. You'll feel them at the deepest level. You will know that yes, this is what I actually want in the relationship, because that is your deepest feelings, deepest sensations or sensibilities and desires. They are connected to your D60 chart as well. I mean D60 chart particularly. So yeah, all that about Venus in Aries. Now let's move on to Venus in Taurus. If you have Venus in Taurus in your horoscope D1, or Lagna chart, or if you have it in your D60, what will happen? Taurus is connected to sensual pleasures. Okay, so definitely you are seeking sensual pleasures in the relationship. Your partner also can seek the same thing. You're looking for serious commitment in the relationship. You want stability in the relationship. Okay, and you believe in commitment, you believe in loyalty, and you're looking for a partner also who also has a similar standpoint, and who also can be loyal to you. Okay, now Taurus, if Venus is in Taurus, find out how. Again, Taurus is ruled by Venus only, so if Venus is not under affliction, you will get good results, because it's Venus's own sign, and here Venus is believed to be very powerful. If Venus is in conjunction with Rahu, and if your partner is from foreign culture, then definitely it's going to be good. If Venus is with Rahu, if your partner is into technology, research, investigation, then also it will be good. If your partner is into occult, psychology, any sort of research, investigation, technology, or if your partner is from a foreign land, it's going to be good. Rahu is also connected to any sort of work which is work or profession which is hidden, secretive, which involves a lot of confidentiality, secrecy. Rahu is connected to all of that. So if your partner is into any such work, if your partner is doing such work, and then definitely it's good for the relationship. Or Rahu can show foreign lands, foreign culture. So find out how Venus is placed, and Venus is in Taurus. So generally it is considered to be a good placement. Because of this relationship, you can gain in life also. It's possible. Because of this relationship with your partner, you are finally going to gain resources, wealth, so even social status, it's possible. Alright. So yeah, and what sort of desires? So you will have sensual desires. You will want your partner to, definitely connect with you seriously, and also you want great sexual compatibility also with your partner. And so all that we can say about Taurus. Taurus is part of the Earth trine, the trine of material pursuits. So definitely in the relationship, you will be in a relationship because you will make a very calculative move, a very calculated move. So when it comes to relationship also, you will definitely have a very logical, practical, grounded, a calculated approach. You will be very calculating, and then you will decide on the person, like who should be your life partner. Okay, so you will definitely look at things practically, because you want serious commitment in the relationship. Okay, you want a relationship which is going to be a lasting relationship, a serious relationship, okay, based on loyalty, based on couple goals. So you will set goals for yourself and for your partner in the relationship. So when you have Venus in Taurus, and ultimately you can benefit from this relationship if Venus is in good dignity, not afflicted basically, and Venus is well placed. Look at the house also where it is placed. So then you can get good results. So all that we can say about Taurus. So Venus in Taurus, a very practical, a very grounded approach to relationship, because Taurus is earth sign and it is fixed earth. So you want serious commitment. and you always have certain goals, certain targets. Okay, so even before you before you come into a relationship also, before that also you had certain goals, that these are my goals. I want such a person, I want to attract such a person into my life. And once you attract that person and manifest that person and you attract, after that also you will have goals in relationship, or you will set goals after marriage also, that after marriage both of us, we have to do these things together. So yeah, and you will definitely want to amass wealth, and you want to live a life of luxury, a life of pleasure, luxury and happiness with your partner. So all these things we can say about Taurus. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Gemini in your horoscope or D1 or Lagna chart, or in your D60. What will happen? So Venus in Gemini, it means that for you, communication is very important in a relationship. Healthy communication. You will not be able to tolerate communication gap in the relation. You may also get attracted to somebody who is, who has communication skills. You like listening to that person while they talk. You may get attracted to such a person. You may get, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. You may also get attracted to person who may look very youthful, alright, and who may be youthful in their spirit, okay, who may have childlike innocence, okay, a childlike spirit, to explore things, a childlike desire to explore various things. Somebody again who has great ideas, thoughts, intelligence, someone who is witty, who has great sense of humor. You can get attracted to such a person, and you want a friendly relationship with your partner, and your deepest desires, whether it is in your Lagna chart or D60. So you may also want to have fun with your partner. Even when you make out with your partner, you may believe in role playing. It's possible, okay, because it's in Gemini, and that fun element is very important for you in the relationship. You don't want it to be, dead serious kind of a thing. You want to always have fun, and you want it to be fun, your relationship. So yeah, you may want to play games with your partner. You may want to, explore various things with your partner. You may want to travel with your partner, undertake a lot of travel with your partner. So all that is healthy for the relationship. That will keep the relationship alive and successful, actually, when you have Venus in Gemini. So yeah, all these things. Gemini is air sign. That is why both of you will love to communicate with each other. Again, if Mercury is more or less well placed in your respective chart, so then you will love to communicate with your partner, and there'll be healthy communication, romantic communication, also romantic exchanges, and that will keep the relationship beautiful. And also when Venus is in Gemini, you may want to explore the world with your partner. That desire also you may have, okay. And it is air sign, and it is mutable air. So there could be a sort of duality. Now if you're a male native, then Venus is significator of the partner. If you're a male native, your partner may have a certain duality of nature, okay. You may feel that at times they are serious about things, about their goals. At times they are so playful, like a child. there is a sense of duality in your partner. If you're a male native, you may feel that. Now, if you're a female native or male native, Venus will always show your relationship, the relationship that you have with your partner. So at times, both of you will talk about serious things. You will have a lot of goals in life also. You'll be because Gemini is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of desires. So both of you will have relationship goals. You will have a lot of desire to explore not just the relationship that you share, but to explore the world together. So you have goals, you have a lot of ambition, that after getting into the relationship, I and my partner, we both of us, we are going to travel the world, we are going to go to various places, we are going to have fun. So you have a lot of desire, a lot of ambition. And also because it is part of the Kama Trikona, Gemini, the trine of desire. So you feel that after I get into relationship with my partner, I'll be able to fulfill all those desires which I have. Those desires I can't fulfill alone. Like I want to travel to certain exotic locations, or it could be anything. But and you feel that no, I can't do that alone. So after I'm in a relationship, I and my partner, we are going to do all these fun things together. So you may feel that, you may think that way. All right. So a sense of duality in the relationship is that, at times both of you will be very, friendly with each other maybe, and you will be very childlike, in your approach to even exploring things about life, about relationship, about world, and you'll have that childlike spirit to explore the world, and that inquisitiveness, you will have that curiosity. At times, in your relationship, you may you could be chasing serious goals as well. So the duality in the relationship is also possible. Okay. So yeah, all these things, when you have Venus in Gemini in your Lagna chart, definitely all these things we can say. And if you have it in D60, then definitely from your past life itself, like you definitely always wanted to attract somebody into your life who would be like a friend to you. Like that is what you're carrying from your past life also. If it is in your D60, so definitely you are actually, in your heart of hearts, you are actually looking for someone who is, at times talkative and very friendly, who is witty, who has sense of humor, someone who can make fun, and someone who can, laugh with you, and both of you you have similar interests or hobbies. So you want such a partner, who shares your interest, like you want to explore things together, and you have similar interests, and you want to explore those interest areas and hobbies. So that has been your desire, from your past life onwards. Like you want to attract such a person into your life. Okay, now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Cancer. Cancer is water sign, ruled by moon. Find out how moon is placed in the respective chart. Now if you have Venus in Cancer in your Lagna chart or D1 chart, what will happen? And also, or if you have Venus in Cancer in your D60, what will happen? So whether it is present in any of the charts, you can get these results, and these are snapshot predictions. Cancer is water energy, and it is movable water. And we know about moon. Cancer is ruled by moon. We know about the waxing and waning phases of the moon. The moon is never fixed, actually. Every day it's changing, the moon. Yes. So it's going into different nakshatras, and the moon is changing all the time. So your relationship also similarly can always be in a state of flux. That is possible. Now Cancer sign is connected to emotions, intuition. If you feel that your person is not able to connect with you emotionally, intuitively, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be in a healthy relationship with that person. You want emotional connection, intuitive connection in the relationship. Alright, and so at times you may feel, because this is after all movable water, cardinal water, so you will feel that, oh, my partner is not able to understand me, is not able to respond to my emotions duly, does not reciprocate to my emotions. So at times there could be a low phase in the relationship during which you may not be able to connect with your partner, and you may feel lonely in the relationship. Again, at times you may feel, no, my partner is also very caring, and oh, maybe I misunderstood my partner is caring. So again, at times there'll be a lot of optimism about the relationship. Again, at times you may feel lonely and aloof, so that may go on happening. Okay, but yes, when Venus is in Cancer and if Moon is afflicted in the chart somehow with malefics and Moon is not well placed, it can also show separation in the relationship, that the native might get separated from their partner. If Moon is not well placed and getting afflicted in the chart, it can happen. If Moon is afflicted, even if separation doesn't happen, then also what will happen, the relationship may not be very it may not be a happy one. Lots of trials, tribulations, lots of challenges could be there, and you may feel isolated, lonely. So all that can happen when Moon is not well placed. Okay, so all these things we can say, and this is Cancer sign is part of the moksha trine. All right, so that is a trine of self-realization, liberation, and moksha. That is also something which begins with compassion. So it's very important to have compassion for each other. Compassion, mercy, empathy, kindness. That is very important in the relationship. Only then the relationship can work. Alright. Being able to let go of things, let go of certain follies of your partner, forgiving your partner, letting go of certain things, and being able to forgive your partner. So that forgiving attitude, that attitude of looking at things from a standpoint, from a certain standpoint, from where you are able to be generous, a standpoint of generosity actually. So when you are generous in the relationship, when you are caring, when you are loving, then your relationship will work. Now, this is the moksha trine, part of the moksha trine, Cancer. So you have to sacrifice at times your happiness, your joy also, your comfort also for your partner. So when you're ready to make that sacrifice, then your partner also eventually will realize the depth of your love and concern and emotions, and then they will be able to connect. So it is very important to actually be ready to sacrifice your comfort also, if required, sacrificing that for the sake of your partner's well-being or for the sake of your relationship. Being ready to make sacrifices in order to make your partner happy, that is very important. Then even if Venus is in Cancer, the relationship can last. Otherwise it is difficult. There could be a lot of challenges in the relationship. Your deepest desires, this is movable water, and it is part of the moksha trine, and this is also part of the trine of that is 4, 8, 10. Okay, 4, 8, 10, Scorpio and Pisces, they're also in the same trine with Cancer. So basically you want a very intimate, passionate relationship with your partner when you have Venus in Cancer. Cancer is the crab that loves privacy. So you want to have private moments. For you, the kind of privacy that you have, is with your partner. You want privacy with your partner. You don't want others' interference when you have Venus in Cancer. If others interfere in the relationship, the beauty of the relationship can be spoiled, and you don't want that. You want to actually maintain that life of privacy with your partner, that my relationship life with my partner is something which is very personal, it's very private, and I want to maintain that privacy about the relationship that I have with my partner. It's something which is very personal to us, and we are not going to let any third party interfere. Actually, that's what, when you have Venus in Cancer, because any third party, if they interfere, then you will feel intimidated, you may feel insecure, and then there could be anything, trust issues, problems, misunderstandings. So because you want that intimate, passionate relationship with your partner, which is based on privacy, confidentiality, because relationship, you believe, is something which is so sacred, which is so private. So why should I share what facts about my relationship with others? Why should I share? So when you have Venus in Cancer, you can have such a point of view that I'm never going to share anything about the relationship that I share with my partner with others. It is something which is very personal. It is something which is very private. So definitely. Alright. So all these things, and you want emotional connection. You want your partner to always be there for you, available for you emotionally. You want their emotional support actually in the relationship when you have Venus in Cancer. So this relationship will work if you and your partner are able to forgive each other, are able to let go of each other's mistakes. You're able to let go of those small petty things, and you're able to deeply connect with your partner. When that happens, then definitely this relationship will work. Okay, so Cancer is the sign of change, flux, and so on. So at times, Cancer can also show a lot of movement. So maybe both of you should travel together to different places. That is very positive for the relationship. When you travel to various places, you explore various places together, it's very positive. Or at times you may be away from your partner for some reason. Maybe your partner has gone for work, or you're away for work, and somehow that contact is not there. Your partner may go away for work, or so that distance, but now your partner is away. So no matter whether your partner is with you physically or is away from you, you always want that your partner should be close to you emotionally. That's what you want when you have Venus in Cancer. So even if you're away due to work from your partner, or if your partner is away from you due to work or any other reason, it's always important to connect with each other emotionally, to understand each other's needs, each other's perspectives intuitively. That intuitive connection is very important when you have Venus in Cancer. Yes, so all these things, friends. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Leo in your D1 chart or Lagna chart, you will get these results throughout your life. If you have Venus in Leo in your D60, that means you're carrying it from your past life also. It's so deep rooted, within you, that you really want to attract somebody with Leo energy into your life, and you've been carrying that desire from your past life. So it can, when you have it in your D60, then definitely that is your innate, innermost desire, okay, deep rooted desire to connect with somebody who has Leo energy. That's possible. So what is that Leo energy? Leo is ruled by Sun. Find out how Sun is placed in the chart. If Sun is more or less well placed, this relationship can be successful. Now, Venus in Leo. Leo is fire sign, and it is fixed fire. Leo is again part of the Dharma trine, the trine of duty. So it is very important that you are loyal to your partner. When you are loyal, your partner also will remain loyal and faithful to you. Your relationship should be based on a sense of duty towards each other. It's always important to be dutiful, to have a sense of duty towards each other. Here, duty means taking care of each other. It's very important. When you have Venus in Leo, okay, so you're always there as their support, and both of you are there as each other's support. One of you might be the provider or the greater provider in the relationship, but your relationship is based on mutual support and loyalty. So when Venus is in Leo, then only the relationship will work if you respect your partner's sense of independence or your partner's freedom, the kind of freedom that your partner wants. You respect that, and you also believe that your partner should have their own space, while you also should have your own space in the relationship. So you want to mingle with somebody, but you want to maintain your identity. When you have Venus in Leo, you may also get attracted to somebody who is very friendly, who's playful, who's cheerful, jolly, somebody who's forgiving, large-hearted. So you can definitely get attracted to such a person who is benevolent, forgiving, someone who actually, someone who could be even skillful. So you may get attracted to such a person. That's possible. And it is very important to be dutiful, to be accountable to each other, to, take care of each other. That's very important when you have Venus in Leo. And the most important thing is respecting the other person's space, and not just that, even respecting your person. Never hurt their sense of self-respect. If you do so, the relationship may not work. So when you have Venus in Leo, it is very important to respect your partner, because they want to be respected. You respect them, they will also respect you. They will also respect you. They will also remain loyal to you. Okay? So yes, friends, all these things we can say when Venus is in Leo. Okay? So sense of duty towards each other, very important. Your responsibility that you have towards each other in the relationship is very important when you have Venus in Leo. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Virgo. If you have it in your D1 chart or Lagna chart, then definitely throughout your life you can get the results which I'm going to discuss. If you have it in your D60 chart, Venus in Virgo, You're carrying that energy from your past life and you've carried it into this life. And here you find that Venus is in Virgo. Virgo is a sign which can be problematic, especially when associated with Venus, because Venus is believed to get debilitated in Virgo. Okay, so definitely it can show that there can be certain challenges in the relationship, and you're carrying it from your past life. You are actually, carrying that energy, that frequency pertaining to your relationship life. You're carrying that with yourself from your past life, and that is why in this life you can attract somebody with whom you may enter into conflicts. So you will have to make a lot of efforts in the relationship also. When Venus is in Virgo, you need to make a lot of efforts. Okay, so what will happen now when Venus is in Virgo? Whether it is in your D1 chart, Lagna chart, that is, or in D60, Virgo is earth sign, and it is dual earth. Alright, friends, just give me one moment, okay? Virgo is dual earth, so there is a certain level of duality in Virgo. Okay, duality is there in Virgo. So what does that mean? It means that if you're a male native, then Venus definitely is a significator of your partner. So there could be a duality of nature in your partner. What sort of duality? Your partner may at times be very serious. Most of the times they will be serious, hardworking. It's possible. Okay? But again, at times they will also want to, chase their ideals, or they will have certain dreams, and they will also want isolation at times. They will love to remain in isolation, and they will chase their dreams. They will believe in their dreams, though they'll be very practical people, but they will believe in their dreams also, their imagination and dreams. So that duality can be there, okay, in your partner. If you're a male native. If you're a female native, Venus is the natural 7th lord, because in the chart of the cosmic man you have the sign of Libra in the 7th house. Okay, so it is the natural 7th lord. So even for a female native also, such these things which I mentioned just now can apply. Or else, if you're a female native or male native, Venus can signify your relationship actually. So in your relationship, there could be a certain level of duality. So at times in this relationship, you are, working very hard. You have certain goals. You really want money, and both of you are in a relationship, committed relationship or marriage, and maybe you have certain relationship goals for yourself, and both of you are working hard towards it. Okay, so the relationship also can have a certain level of duality. At times what will happen, both of you may get, your ways may part also. That can happen. So sometimes you're together working hard to run the family, to chase your goals, targets, and sometimes you can go apart from each other also. That also can happen. Now, because Virgo is the sign of debilitation for Venus, so definitely it can show that there can be conflicts, problems, issues in the relationship. And if too much of conflicts can make the relationship bitter, which can also lead to the dissolution of the marriage or relationship. the relationship may also, come to an end. There could be separation. It is also possible. If there is a lot of conflicts, it's possible. If your partner is connected to your workplace, then it's going to be good for the relationship. Somehow if they're connected to your place of work or the kind of work that you do, if your partner is somehow connected to that, it's going to be good. So Venus in Virgo. Efforts. You have to make a lot of efforts in order to make this relationship work. If you give up on each other, it's difficult. If Jupiter is aspecting Venus in Virgo in any of the charts, then it's going to be good. In spite of the challenges that you are facing in the relationship, finally due to Jupiter's aspect, things will take a positive turn also. That also can happen. But otherwise, if Venus is in Virgo, it can show that it could be a complicated relationship with your partner. Complicated in the sense that it can be based on conflicts, arguments. Lots of conflicts, arguments can be there. Okay, so if Venus is in Virgo in your horoscope, D1 or even in D60. So if it is in Virgo in D60, then it can also show that you're carrying that Virgo energy. Venus is in Virgo, you're carrying that energy from your past life. So in this life, you're going to attract someone with whom you are eventually going to quarrel a lot. It's possible. And also it can show that there could be some bitterness over time in the relationship, because when there are misunderstandings, conflicts and all, then the relationship can turn bitter also. That's possible. So Venus in Virgo. Virgo is earth sign. There is a duality in it, mutable earth. And Virgo is part of the earth trine, the trine of material pursuits. So you will have to work hard. It is a trine of hard work and efforts. So when Venus is in Virgo, it is very important for you and your partner to make a lot of efforts in the relationship to connect with each other. That's very important. If you give up trying to connect with your partner, then the relationship may not survive. So it's always advisable to make efforts to reach out to your partner. Virgo is also the sign of routine. Okay, so it is always good to do certain things for your partner on a routine basis. That is maybe on every weekend you can go out on a dinner date with your partner. So when you do these small things on a routine basis, then definitely the relationship will improve, and eventually it can somehow work. So that's it about Venus in Virgo, I guess. When it comes to relationship, you can be very practical and very grounded in your approach, very calculating, very detail oriented, and meticulous in your approach to relationship. So it can definitely show that when Venus is in Virgo. Okay. It is a trine of efforts. So the key thing in the relationship is to make efforts, constant efforts to connect with each other. And Virgo is also the sign of perfection and analytical skills. So this relationship will work if you analyze everything, all situations, problems, challenges, that why the problem is there, what is going wrong in our relationship. So you have to figure that out. When you figure that out, then you'll be able to solve the problem in your relationship. So yeah, because Virgo, Venus in Virgo gives you that ability to analyze things and see what went wrong, and so that you can move towards a perfect relationship. That's what. So that's all about Virgo, I guess. If your partner is somehow connected to your work, day-to-day work or job or work life, then it's a very great positive for the relationship. Alright, so now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Libra in your horoscope or D1 chart or in your D60 chart. Suppose you have it in your D1 or Lagna chart, so you will get this result of Venus in Libra throughout your life. If you have it in the D60 chart, then you are carrying this desire, which is shown by Venus in Libra. You're carrying that from your past life. So Venus in Libra you got in your D60. Now whether it is in D60, whether it is in D1 or Lagna chart, it can show that this could be an ideal relationship also. Because in the chart of the cosmic man, Venus is in Libra. Libra is the sign of relationship, give and take, healthy give and take, balance and harmony. So this is an ideal placement, a dream placement in a way, if Venus is in Libra. Provided Venus is not getting too much afflicted. So it is important to maintain interactions with your partner. Libra is a sign of mutual interactions, healthy give and take, exchange of thoughts, ideas also. Okay, Libra is also the sign of foreign lands. It is air sign, and that also movable air. So definitely if you travel to foreign lands, different lands with your partner, it's going to be good for your relationship. Yeah, traveling to foreign places with your partner, maintaining a harmonious, balanced relationship with partner. So all that is important. Libra is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of desires, ambition. So definitely it can show that you will have a lot of desire to be in relationship with somebody. For you, relationship is going to be very important in life, of paramount importance in life. Okay, so yeah, Venus in Libra, relationship can be well balanced and harmonious. This can happen. So all these things we can say. Libra is part of the trine of desires. So trine of desires. So it's very important to keep that fire of desire alive. It's very important to have that desire to connect with each other, to have certain goals, to have to be ambitious. So ambitious about life, ambitious about this relationship that you have with your partner. that because of this relationship with my partner, now eventually both of us will be able to fulfill our dreams, will be able to fulfill our wishes, because I and my partner together will do that. So you will have such thoughts, such ambition. Okay, so when Venus is in Libra, when Venus is in Libra, you will also feel that if I am making efforts in the relationship, my partner also should make efforts. If I am reaching out to my partner should also reach out to me, because Libra is connected to give and take. But yes, the kind of give and take that is there in the relationship, it should always that healthy give and take. That give and take which should be there, it should be healthy. That's very important. So there should not be selfishness actually. So yeah, helping each other to grow, helping each other to helping each other to fulfill dreams, to fulfill wishes. So that's important. And when Venus is in Libra, there can be a lot of sexual attraction, also physical attraction in the relationship. That's possible. Your desire is to connect with somebody who who could exactly be somebody who can complete you. So you have this desire that I have to connect with someone who can complete me as a person. So you are looking for such a person. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio is water energy. Water, and it is fixed water. So a lot of passion, intense passion, great intimacy, great physical connection, great sexual compatibility should be there in the relationship. You may have certain secrets pertaining to your partner or to your relationship. You may keep those secrets to yourself. You may be secretive about your relationship. Your partner can be someone who is secretive by nature, or somebody who's into occult or psychology. Your partner can be a psychic, or your relationship can be a very secretive bond. That is also possible. And Virgo is part of the Scorpio is part of the moksha trine. So it is very important to let go of each other's follies, mistakes, shortcomings. It is very important to understand each other, to forgive each other, because after all Scorpio is part of the moksha trine. Scorpio sign can also be connected to revenge, to being vindictive and revengeful. So that is something which you have to avoid. If you have that mentality of seeking revenge against your partner, because your partner maybe you feel that they have treated you unfairly or anything, and if you have Venus in Scorpio, you may have a tendency to seek revenge, to fight back. So do not do that. Instead, letting go of their mistakes, let go and forgive them. Then what will happen? If you have Venus in Scorpio, you will get wonderful results. Scorpio sign is also connected to inheritance. So maybe after you're in a relationship, or maybe after your marriage, maybe it could be possible for you to inherit wealth. That is also possible. Okay. Yes, so all these things we can say. And Scorpio is part of the moksha trine. It is water energy and it is fixed water. So your person is also looking for a serious relationship, and you are also looking for a very intimate, serious relationship which is based on true commitment. So all these things can happen when Venus is in Scorpio, and very important to forgive each other in the relationship. Otherwise, unnecessarily there could be challenges. So you have to remember that it's very important to forgive others, to forgive your partner for whatever they said or did. Now it again depends, whether you can forgive or not. But if you can, eventually it's going to be good for the relationship. Now Venus in Scorpio, it can also show that your partner belongs to a foreign land, because in Bhrigu Nandinadi, Scorpio sign is also connected to foreign lands. So your partner may be connected to a far away place. You could be in a long distance relationship also when Venus is in Scorpio. At times your partner may go away from you because of work, or you could go away from your partner because of work. That is also possible. So long distance relationship. If you're into a long distance relationship, it is a blessing in disguise when you have Venus in Scorpio. And all these things. So instead of thinking of how I can take revenge against my partner for forgetting this or that, it is more important to be compassionate. It's more important to be caring, compassionate, to be passionate in the relationship. That is more important when you have Venus in Scorpio. Both of you, if you get into spiritual practices, it's going to be very good. Spiritual, occult practices, it's going to be very good. If both of you are into healing, it can be very good. Or maybe if your partner is into healing, then also it's going to be good for the relationship. So, yeah, all these things we can say about Scorpio when Venus is in Scorpio. Obstacles, challenges may come along the way. You may want to manifest someone. You may want to get married to someone or be in a relationship with someone, but there could be a lot of obstacles on your path. So you have to overcome all those obstacles so that you will feel in the process that my quest or my search, in search of my while you are in quest of love or relationship, or maybe you want to marry somebody, so you have undertaken some journey, you're in quest of something. So that journey itself can make you spiritual also. Like when you have Venus in Scorpio, on the one hand you can have great intimacy, great sexual connection. On the other hand, you can have a deep-rooted spiritual connection also with your partner. So all these things we can say when you have Venus in Scorpio. Now let's move on to what will happen when Venus is in Sagittarius. Okay, just give me a moment, friends. Just a moment. I'll be back. Just a moment. Yeah. So when Venus is in Sagittarius, what will happen? Sagittarius is fire sign and it is mutable fire. Alright. So if you're a male native, Venus can definitely signify your partner. Venus anyway can signify your partner, even if you're any native, because Venus is the natural 7th lord, where we have the sign of Libra in the 7th house in the chart of the cosmic man. But nevertheless, Venus is the significator of a partner, more specifically if you're a male native. And in case of female and male both, Venus will signify your relationship. So there could be a certain duality in the relationship, because Sagittarius is mutable fire. What sort of duality? On the one hand, you and your partner will have realistic goals and targets, and you'll be chasing those goals and targets. You'll be very optimistic about things, about the kind of growth and expansion you're going to have in life because of this relationship, or after being in this relationship. You want growth, expansion in life. That's possible, and you have certain goals, relationship goals, career goals. You want to fulfill all those life goals after you're in a relationship with your person, and you're chasing those goals and targets, okay, with a lot of serious commitment. This is what you're doing in your relationship also. So you want to realize your goals together with your partner, life goals. On the other hand, you may also want that fun element to remain alive in the relationship. So you will have a lot of desire to explore various places with your partner, to undertake all kinds of travels with your partner, to explore the world with your partner, do all kinds of adventurous things with your partner. So this sort of duality can be there. Now, Sagittarius is part of the Dharma trine, the trine of duty. So it's very important to be dutiful towards your partner, and your relationship should be based on a sense of duty and responsibility. It's very important to have that sense of duty and responsibility in the relationship. To be faithful to each other, to be loyal to each other. It's very important to be faithful and loyal to each other in the relationship. So yeah, when Venus is in Sagittarius, you may turn to your partner for guidance, advice, whenever you are in need of help. Okay, so you may feel that your partner can guide you. Your partner can also be somebody who is very religious, or who believes in an ethical way of life. And as far as your relationship is concerned, you will want to actually be faithful to each other in the relationship. Okay? All that we can say. And basically, relationship is based on mutual respect, sense of duty and responsibility towards each other. It is very important to respect your person when you have Venus in Sagittarius, because your person also will have a high sense of self-esteem, self-respect. So it's very important to respect your partner. Never hurt their feelings or sentiments. So if you definitely treat your partner with due respect and with a sense of duty or responsibility, then definitely this relationship is going to work when you have Venus in Sagittarius. Desire. You may have a desire to travel the world with your partner, to explore various places with your partner when you have Venus in Sagittarius, to do adventurous things with your partner also. Now let's move on to, friends, what will happen when you have Venus in Capricorn. Capricorn, find out how Saturn is placed in the chart. Capricorn is earth energy, movable earth, and it is part of the earth trine, the trine of hard work, efforts, goals, also having material goals. So Capricorn, definitely when it comes to relationship, you can be very calculating also, very practical in your approach to relationship when you have Venus in Capricorn. Okay, if Saturn is well placed, then definitely there will be a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility towards your partner, and the relationship will work. If Saturn is well placed, you're looking for serious commitment in the relationship. You want to attract somebody into your life who also believes in serious commitment, who is going to definitely somebody who's going to stand by you, somebody who's going to be there for you no matter what, somebody who is going to handle all responsibilities that they have towards you. So this relationship will work very well when you have Venus in Capricorn, when this relationship is based on mutual responsibility, when you take each other's responsibilities, when you also are somebody who is ready to discharge all your duties and responsibilities pertaining to your relationship or pertaining to your marital life, then your relationship will work. So Venus in Capricorn. Your partner can be somebody who's very hardworking, methodical, structured. You will also have a very methodical, structured, a very practical approach to relationship, very calculated approach. So you chose someone, or you will choose to be with someone because you have figured out certain qualities and you've actually calculated things carefully, and you think that yes, this person is suitable for me. So when Venus is in Capricorn, it is not just you are mostly driven by your calculations, by your analytical abilities, and somehow you tap into your intuition and you're able to find out whether this person is suitable. Okay, so that approach you have, practical, grounded. You're not going to get carried away by your emotions in a relationship. So because you're looking for serious commitment, so and that person should be with you, you believe that it is a decision for entire life. So I have to be very careful and very calculating also in my approach to relationship. You may think that way. Your deepest desires. You may definitely have a desire to at times be dominating in the relationship, or if you're a male native, your partner can be a little dominating. That's possible. So yeah, because Capricorn is also connected to power struggle. So at times there can be some sort of depends now how Saturn is placed in the chart. So at times you may feel that my partner wants to dominate me. You may feel that. And there can be some constant power struggle in the relationship. Okay? You may feel that my partner has a tendency to make sure that there is order everywhere, and they have a tendency to dominate me. You may feel that way also. Now again, depends how Saturn is placed in the chart. Depends on that. If Saturn is well placed, then definitely your partner can be the provider in the relationship also. Your partner can be somebody who is at times dominating, but they are the provider and they have a sense of responsibility towards you. And if Saturn is well placed, there will be mutual responsibility. Both of you will be responsible towards each other. You will have deep rooted responsibility towards each other, and that will make your relationship eventually successful. So yeah, all these things. Now let's move on to what will happen when Venus is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of unconventionality, breaking all traditional rules. So when it comes to relationship, you're not going to believe in any rules. Find out how Saturn again is placed. So find out how Saturn is placed again. Find out how Rahu, the north node of the moon, is placed. And also find out how Uranus is placed in your chart. Okay? So if they are more or less placed in a good way, then we can say that you're going to attract somebody into your life who is going to be extraordinary in their approach to life, relationship, everything, work. So they're going to be so original, so creative. They are also at times going to be mysterious. Yes, because Aquarius is connected to the symbol of the water carrier, which is a symbol which is, a mystery in itself. This image of the water carrier. So that is a mysterious symbol in itself. So your partner can be someone who loves their sense of individuality. Okay? So they are up to something. They have certain goals, ambitions. Even you have certain relationship goals, because Venus is not just partner, but Venus is your relationship goals. So you have certain goals in relationship. You have a lot of ambition, lot of desire. This is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of desires. You have a lot of desire to connect with somebody. Why? Because you want to get somewhere with your partner. Okay? You want to reach somewhere in life at a certain point in time with your partner. You want to accomplish your goals, wishes, fulfill all your dreams together with your partner when you're Venus in Aquarius. And you are not going to get attracted to anyone who's boring. Aquarius is somebody who's an intellectual, who has intellectual depth, someone who's intelligent, who has great observation skills, somebody who has analytical skills, somebody who's good at research, investigation, psychology, or occult or technology, somebody who has healing powers, somebody who can at times be mysterious also in their ways, and you will get attracted to somebody who is unconventional, maybe in their appearance or maybe in the way they carry themselves, maybe unconventional about their whole outlook on life, and this extraordinary element in their personality will draw you towards them, and you will get drawn to them. That will attract you and you will get drawn to them because of that. Okay? You're not going to be, even if you're into a relationship with somebody who is boring and dull, you will not actually be happy in the relationship, and the relationship may not last. You want somebody who is unconventional, who is, someone who's full of mystery, and somebody who can surprise you, somebody who is unpredictable. So your relationship life also can be a little unpredictable when you have Venus in Aquarius. So unpredictability can be there in the relationship. So at times, both of you will get along very well with each other, and you will set goals for each other. Both of you will work hard towards achieving your couple goals, life goals, everything. At times, you will want that, we should give each other space also. That's important. So I need my space, my individual space in the relationship. My partner also needs their individual space in the relationships. You need to respect each other's sense of freedom and individuality. When you have Venus in Aquarius, it's a very interesting placement. There could be challenges also, because after all it is influenced not just by Saturn but also Rahu or Uranus. So sudden things can happen. So suddenly you may associate with somebody, suddenly you may get dissociated from somebody. Sudden association, sudden separation, it can show that also when you have Venus in Aquarius. So choose your life partner carefully, with whom you can have almost a long-term or everlasting relationship. So choose your partner carefully. So it is very important for you to choose somebody who is intelligent, who has the depth of understanding things. Then you'll be able to connect with that person. You'll find that person interesting, and your relationship will always remain beautiful, unpredictable, mysterious. So that sort of person you want into your life, who is extraordinarily unique, or who is intelligent, who is brilliant, who is very unconventional in their way of looking at things and looking at everything in life. So that sort of person you will attract. Somebody who who believes in humanitarian causes, believes in social causes also. So you may also like such a person. So and both of you may, after you're in a relationship with that person, you may also have a desire to serve the society, or you may believe in charity, and both of you may work towards humanitarian causes also later on. It's also possible. But it's the trine of part of the trine of ambition and desire. So it's always important that both of you have set goals for yourselves, that we have to accomplish this, accomplish that. We have certain couple goals, we have certain we really have to reach there within 5 years. So all those goals you set for yourself, and you should be very ambitious to achieve all your goals, life goals, after you're in a relationship with your person. And you may believe that my person will help me to achieve all my goals in life. So that's what. So it's always important to respect each other's goals in life also. That I have certain goals, my person also can have other goals. So we have to help each other to realize each other's goals while maintaining our while giving each other due space, while respecting each other's space and freedom, sense of freedom also. So that is Venus in Aquarius. Finally, let's move on to Venus in Pisces. So Venus in Pisces, what will happen when you have Venus in Pisces? Pisces is the sign of, it's a water energy, it's dual sign, dual water. So your partner may be somebody who is very dreamy, imaginative, but at times they can also be very meticulous about details. It can happen. So, but most of the time they can be very dreamy, imaginative. They may want to sometimes escape into their zone of comfort, and they may be an escapist at times. You may feel that they are not facing the reality of things, and they always want to go into their escapist, they are into their escapist mode, and they want to escape the reality. You may have such a feeling when Venus is in Pisces. Your partner, but nevertheless, can be somebody who is intuitive, creative, and it's very important to intuitively connect with your partner and understand your partner. When you have Venus in Pisces, you need to really, intuitively connect with your partner. That's important. So yeah, and it's very important to let go of each other's follies and shortcomings and mistakes. It's very important to forgive each other when you have Venus in Pisces, whether in your horoscope, in your Lagna chart, or D60. So when you have Venus in Pisces in your Lagna chart also, it can show that intimate relationship is very important for you in life. You want to have a very intimate relationship with your partner. It has to be very sacred, very intimate, a very personal a relationship which is shrouded in mystery, secrecy, and you share that bond with your partner, which is so beautiful, which is so secretive. You don't want to share it with others. You don't want to tell others also about the kind of bond that you share with your partner. It's all full of secrecy. So because it is so sacred to both of you, and it's so personal. Okay. So, and you want to keep it very private also when you have Venus in Pisces. Venus exalts in Pisces. Pisces is also connected to forgiveness. It is connected to devotion in the relationship. It is connected to being merciful, compassionate, because Pisces is not just it's a water sign, mutable water, but Pisces is also part of the moksha trine, the trine of liberation, self-realization, mercy, compassion. So it's very important to let go of each other's mistakes. It's very important to forgive each other. Okay, then only the relationship can work. Otherwise, if you hold on to certain things and if you're not willing to let go, then it can lead to separation also. So yeah, it's possible. Now Pisces can, then it will show separation if you're not ready to let go of certain things, if you're not ready to arrive at certain compromises, if you're not ready to make some sort of sacrifice when it's needed. At times you need to make sacrifices also, sacrifice your comfort, your pleasure, your joy also for the sake of your partner. If you're not ready to make any sort of sacrifices, if you're not accommodative at all, if you're not compromising, then the relationship may not work. There can be separation. Venus in Pisces, you may attract somebody from foreign cultures. You may get drawn to people who belong to different language communities or different religion or different foreign lands or foreign places, even within India also. Suppose you're in the western part, they live in the southern part of India, or you're in the eastern part, they live in the western part or northern part, then also it is considered to be foreign. Or they could be totally from a different country, foreign country. So you may get attracted to such a person. If your person is from a foreign country, it's very good for the relationship. Or a different language community, a geographical region, that is important. Okay. Or your person, if your person is into if your person is very intuitive, creative, if they're into healing practices, spiritual practices, occult practices, yoga, meditation, psychological counseling, or chartered accountancy, technology. So if they're into research, investigation, then also it's going to be good for the relationship. Okay, basically your person needs to be somebody who's intuitive, who has knowledge, who is creative, who has creativity. So some quality they must have, and they must have the depth of understanding things actually. So when Venus is in Pisces, then you'll be able to connect with your partner. You are basically looking for a deep-rooted emotional connection, and you want a very passionate connection also, not just spiritual connection. Pisces is spiritual, but you want a deeply passionate relationship also when you have Venus in Pisces. You want to have great physical compatibility also. Eventually over time you will realize that your relationship is that, something which is very, it's a spiritual bond. So when Venus is in Pisces, which is Venus's exaltation sign, then your relationship with your partner can be very intimate. You can have great sexual compatibility. If Venus is not much afflicted, and look at the house in which it is placed, and so you can have great physical compatibility on the one hand. You can also have great spiritual connection also with each other on the other hand. And sometimes it is seen that there is lack of physical compatibility, but somehow the two people are in a relationship because they have some sort of spiritual connection. So they are into spiritual practices or and all that, but they don't have great physical connection. But sometimes there can be both great physical connection as well as spiritual bond. Both can be present also. So it is always ideal if both of you have great physical relation as well as spiritual bond. And it can also show long distance relationship when you have Venus in Pisces. So if you are into a long distance relationship with your partner, it's going to be very good for the relationship. Sometimes if your partner has to travel to a foreign land, it's good. Or you along with your partner, if both of you travel to a foreign land, then also it's going to be very good for the relationship. If you have this placement in your D1 or Lagna chart, you will experience all of that. Definitely you can experience whatever results I've told you during your lifetime. If you have it in your D60, then definitely from your past life onwards, you are actually born to attract somebody who belongs to a foreign culture, or who is into any field of creativity, intuition, research, investigation. You are born to attract such a person. And you are destined to meet such a person in this life, because you're carrying that baggage with yourself from your past life onwards. So you are kind of, if naturally you're able to meet such a person, then you should know that that person is your soulmate. Okay, person who is really intuitive, creative, somebody who belongs to some foreign culture. And if you're able to intuitively connect with that person, great emotional and intuitive connection, then you should know that definitely both of you were destined to meet each other in this lifetime, and destined to be in a great relationship with each other, a great committed relationship with each other in this lifetime. So all that about Venus in Pisces. That's all, friends, about Venus through all 12 signs in your Lagna chart, D1 chart or D60, what results you can get. And if you want consultation, details are there in the video description. So that's all for today, friends. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and be charitable to the poor, to the needy, to the unprivileged, and be kind to all animals, birds and creatures. Thank you so much.